So, as you can see, we have bought a ton of lilies and some bell flowers for Easter. And we're going to plant all these today. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put them, but we have a lot of them. So we are going to give this a shot. Also, I think I'm going to be planting some bell peppers today, some orange and yellows bell peppers. And then we'll go around and just kind of do an update on how our plants are doing. So, without further ado, I guess we'll get started. I'm going to build a little trellis right here. Not trellis, but a raised bed planter box. So we're going to do it out of bricks. We're going to take some bricks, and we're going to come out right over there. Come out and then come down and come back over. But you can't see my finger. Oh, you can in this camera. But down this way. And then we're going to take those tulips we got and plant them inside the bricks. And then inside that is going to be like an herb garden where we're going to put some of our herbs, and we're going to put some of our bell peppers, I think. What do you think, bell peppers?
Yeah, I think just the herbs would probably be good.
Okay. And then we're going to get this all set up. I think this will work out really good because this back area has been kind of yucky for us for years, and we've been really wanting to clean it up. All right. All right, so Linda got all this set up yesterday, which took a lot of work. Now we'll go ahead and set it, excuse me. We'll go ahead and put some cardboard in the bottom and, the boards and the leaves and everything. We'll build up the center. On the outside edges in the bricks, we're actually going to plant tulips all the way around. So, and then we may come back and paint these bricks green so it looks kind of like grass. So let's get started. All right. So we've got our bed put together now. And we are going to start with some peppers and some orange peppers. Then we'll try to put a little blanket of lavender around it. And then each one of these holes, we're going to plant tulips. That way it'll have a nice flower bed to it. So let's get started here. So these are our yellow peppers. I'm going to keep them back a little ways because I don't want the rain coming down and beating on them. So I'll put 2 seeds in each hole that I do. Let's move this a little forward a little bit, like so. All right. And those will be our yellow ones right there. Oh, we got an extra seed. So we'll save the rest of these seeds for later. Then we will do our orange peppers. I'm not a big fan of green peppers. Green peppers tend to give me heartburn for some reason, so I don't generally plant green ones. I think we're right in here. Got a few too many in that one. 1, 2. And come over a little bit further. 1, 2. 1. Okay. And that will be our orange ones. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little layer of lavender over here on the end. We planted lavender earlier in the greenhouse, but for some reason it just didn't take off at all. I think those seeds are quite old anyway. Oops. was. Might have a lot of lavender in one spot because I kind of dumped that out wrong. Now next, we will plant lilies. Or not lilies, tulips. All right. All right, well, we got these tulips yesterday. They're a little bit on the weak side, the way they got them planted in here, so they're not in the best of shape. Generally, each one of these pots have about 3 of them in it, and they're root bound and they're all falling over, so I'm trying to see what we can do to save these. I'll try to separate these a little bit so I can get them planted. I don't know how they're going to like it, but probably should just shake it out a little bit. Okay, here's the first one. I'm going to plant it a little deep because the stalk on the bottom is actually kind of weak. Kind of get that to sit up a little bit. Hopefully that stalk, that root will take hold and start to grow. These are not by no means in the best of shape. Once we get these planted in, I'll put a little 10-10-10 on top of them, and then I'll water them in. But I'm not going to put a lot. I don't want to burn the roots. I just want to give them a little bit of nutrition, but not a whole lot. Not until they get stable. All right, that's the first batch. Like I said, I didn't do a very good job of separating this. Oh. All right, so now we got it all together. So over here, got our lavender, or our tulips, our yellow peppers, orange peppers, and lavender. And we're just going to water this in. Now these tulips, like I said, are not in the best of shape. I didn't realize how bad they were when I bought them, but hopefully they'll come back to life. And if you notice, I got one slot here that's missing a tulip. That's because I put an extra pepper plant in there. There's an extra yellow pepper plant right there. And hopefully we'll get that to grow too. We're going to water all this in. I'll start watering this in a little bit. I'm sure these guys are quite thirsty. Like I said, we may come back once these start growing and everything kind of cleans off and paint these bricks green so it looks like grass. It'd be funny. Now I do have some cow manure mixed in the planter box itself. Like I said, I'll come back and put a little 10-10-10 on these tomorrow probably before I go to work. Give it another water down in the morning. But we're just going to let this set in for right now and see if it starts to help a little bit, because there may be a little shock going on with these being all separated like they were, and I don't want to put fertilizer on them right away. Anyway, and hopefully by tomorrow all this will start looking a little better. All right. Well, we'll give that a little bit and see if it gets a little happier. All right, here's a brief update on some of our plants. Here's our zucchinis coming in. They're looking pretty awesome right now. Looks like we got a few more watermelons that came up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to water them in a little bit. Here's our cucumbers and our marigolds. Yeah. And our potatoes, which I am going to have to top off again pretty soon because they're getting quite tall. Once they get a little taller, then I'll fill that bucket all the way up to the top with some more dirt and hill it up a little bit. And that'll give me a little bit more potatoes out of it. And then out here, we got a lot going on out here. There's a picture of our backyard, our chicken. And this is our blackberries. Now that I got the trellis up, which I did a couple months ago, it is just blooming like it has never bloomed before. I have more flowers. I've already got bees coming in, and I think we're going to have a lot of blueberries this year. But it looks pretty awesome. And there's our apple trees, and they're all starting to come together now. Oh, our banana trees are waking up too. So anyway, later on I got to do the grape trellis because the grapes are starting to go crazy over here. I meant to do that this weekend. Maybe I'll do it one day after work this week. But if you can see, our grapes right here are just absolutely going crazy after we trimmed them. You know, we got two different stocks here, and they're just going to town. And we're going to get some hibiscus flowers here pretty soon, which I'll make some hibiscus tea out of. And there's our blueberries in our containers, and this guy here is starting to perk up a little bit. Oh, you should really see our fig tree. That has really just taken root and went to town. Let's go over here and take a look at him. Yeah, there's our fig tree. And look at that guy go. Woohoo! Figgy pudding. I really don't know what figgy pudding is, but sounded good. Anyhow, until next week, Sweet Nana's Farm.